Yes, let me explain you now once again. And PEGA PRPC is a tool which is used in order to develop your business applications. See, if you're developing business applications means definitely there would be functionalities that you would be placing inside your application. Obviously, every application in this world is going to have different functionalities put together into one single application in order to make your business transactions, right? Now let's try to understand Amazon application that I hope every one of you might have accessed at least once, correct? What are the different functionalities that you had come across when you are using Amazon application? What are the different functionalities?
Searching, buying.
No, you logged into Amazon application. Now you tell me about different functional components that are there inside Amazon application. First one is someone told
Adding,
search.
searching.
Search means you are going to explore the products. See, now you imagine in the real world, not a software product. In the reality, I go to Walmart or DMart. What do I do when I so here in the application you are trying to log in, that is what you are entering into the respect to whatever the mart, shopping mart. There you start exploring the products, right? The same you are doing here in the application as you search for the products. So overall search is one functionality. Search plus display. Search plus display is one functionality. Okay, now you go the physical way. You entered Walmart or DMart where you have explored some products. What is the next thing that you are going to do? Add it to the, you take the products that you like, choose the products, add it into your basket, correct? Okay, the stroller will be there, right? You are going to place there. The same way in Amazon application, you are going to select the products and add it to the cart. Cart means the basket. Okay, so next, adding to cart plus cart itself is one functionality. Total how many functionalities are there? Two so far. Okay, this is already you have added all the products. What is the next functionality? You are going to proceed to the place where you can go ahead and make the payment. That is what you are going to go with checkout, where you will be landing to the place where you can pay. That is payment screen. This is one functionality, correct? And next, you went to payment place. You are there now at the payment place. What would you be doing now? You are going to pay the money. In case of the physical appearance, sorry, physical presence, there will be calculation and all done at the counter. But here already calculation is done. That is also one functionality, right? Whenever you add it to the cart, calculation also will be done. Price, everything, total, grand total, all that. Okay, so now you will be paying the money. Okay, that is payment gateway. Functionality will be there, money will be paid, and finally you will be receiving receipt, right? Confirmation receipt screen. That is another functionality. Exactly what we are doing in the real world. The same is being done in the software field. Anything they are doing other than what we are doing in real world? Everything that you do in your day-to-day life, okay, everything that you do, a day-to-day task in the business, the same is going to be implemented in a different way by using a technology as a software product that you are calling it as application. What are you calling it as? Application. Now what is application? Application is a software product. Software application is a software product which contains different functionalities. Which contains different functionalities. That's it. Everyone clear? So now this is what we see outside. Now inside as a business, they will have only these tasks implemented, or many other different tasks are there. Inside business, there will be many different tasks, right? What are the different tasks? Can you guess for the same business? Because it is very easy to understand. What are the tasks of the business that they do inside? Creating a product catalog. They have to create the entire product catalog, right? Before that, they have to do the inventory management, all that. So entire inventory management is one big project. Okay, inventory management is there. Getting the products from inventory to adding it into the respective catalogs where people can access. And internal to that, there may be many different functionalities that they have to perform. Making the employees join to the mart and maintaining their data, paying the salaries to them, all that is internal processing. Outside processing is one, internal processing is another one. PEGA is mainly meant for internal processing applications. PEGA is mainly meant for what? Internal business process applications. For that purpose, we will be using. Suppose there could be a functionality, I'll tell you. I have list of products which I wanted to add into my catalog. There is a catalog screen. Okay, there is a catalog screen. I have to manually do the data entry. 100 products I have to do the data entry. Like, you know, one thing, like you have a screen where you are, suppose you go to travel ticket booking application, you'll be entering passenger data, correct? Passenger 1, passenger 2. Let's say you are 5 passengers, but there is a facility to enter only 2 passengers by default. Third passenger data I wanted to input. How do I do that? I am going to click on a button, add passenger. The moment I click on, what will happen? It will allow me to add third, fourth, fifth, right? 5 passengers you have to manually enter. Let's say 100 products data you have to manually enter. Instead of this, what if I have an Excel document? What if I have an Excel document? In the Excel doc, I'm sorry, I have closed it. In the Excel document, I have some data. Let's say I'll open something. It can be any data. Don't bother about the data. Just understand the concept. I have product name, product code, product name, like that. N number of products are there. 10,000 products are there. Manual data entry of 10,000 products will be taking huge time. Now business is going to look for doing the things faster. That's what actually software purpose, correct? I used to go to electricity office during 1990s. That time I used to stand there for 4 hours to pay electricity bill. That's how it used to work. After a few years, there were some third-party centers that have been established by government called e-Seva or me-Seva, electronic centers. If I go there, I used to stand only for 1 hour maximum, because they use some application and they do it quickly. It's not writing on notebook and all. First, initially writing on notebook. Now today, I have Phone Pay, Google Pay applications and all. How long does it take to pay the electricity bill? Not more than 1 minute. It is so faster, convenient, easy. That's what the software has to give us. Okay, that's why the technologies are there. Now I am looking for a solution. The solution is, you have a list of Excel, you have an Excel list of all the product IDs, product code, pricing and all. Just click on a button, upload the Excel, all data should be loaded. How long does it take? Not more than a minute. If you do a data entry of 10,000 products, it may take even 5 hours, 6 hours. So exactly what I was doing before, I am doing the same in a different way, which is easier, which is faster, okay, and convenient to me. Okay, so this is how your software functionalities will be having a demand in the market, where you expect this type of facilities to be provided by the software technologies. So this is one example I told you. This is one example. So this type of functional requirements you come across many times, not only one single technology. In different technologies, this type of functional requirements you come across. I'll tell you one more example. I am not showing anything visually here, because I am telling some examples which you really have exposure in your day-to-day life. So far you have exposure with all of these things. Were you able to imagine or not? All of you. Anyone not able to imagine? No, right? Okay. You might be aware of this one. Like, you might have applied for any one of the services from government by this time, right? Any one of the service. Tell me any one of the service. Let's say driving license. You might have applied for driving license, right? When you apply for a driving license, there will be some application which will collect all your details. Otherwise, you might have applied for loan or maybe insurance loan something. If you apply for a loan, they are going to collect the documents from you. So manual collection is different. That is olden days. Now they will provide you a screen, click on a button and upload the documents. I'll show you, just give me a minute. Just for your information, I'm going to show this. So here you go. I want to upload a document. So I'll be clicking on a button and there I'm going to select a file, document file. And here you go now. And then submit. The document will be uploaded into system. Previously, they used to collect the documents and manually verify. Now it is by using a software, document is uploaded. If they want to download, they will preview the document and they will be able to download the document, all that they can do. Okay, that features will be available. These are demanding requirements in many different sectors of the business. This is not only for one type of business. Document collection is there in insurance, document collection is there in loan, document collection is there in healthcare, document collection is there in even when you are applying for new electricity service or new telephone service or maybe any other equivalent services from government or private sectors. This is very common feature that we need many times in our different business applications. Okay, so like this, I can visually see the document here itself as a preview. So like this, functionalities which are very generic, which are common, there are so many functionalities like that available. So these functionalities can be developed in your application, other application, everywhere else. All these functionalities will be created inside some application. Okay, whenever you are working on business, any business development, it is very common that you will get this type of requirements. Okay, please create a screen where place a button. On click of the button, it should accept to upload the documents. Okay, this is one requirement. Next, please create a screen. Provide a facility of click on a button. On click of a button, it should allow to upload Excel document. Uploaded data should be displayed in table format and should be stored into storage backend table. This is the requirement. So it is ease of work. Create a screen where customer can enter phone number and click on search. All his existing account information will be displayed in the UI. This is search functionality. Okay, create a screen to capture the details of a customer. Registration form. You are registering on Amazon. There you are going to manually do a data entry of in a software form. You are going to enter the data. On click of sign up, it will store the data into table, right? This is kind of sign up or registration form. And login screen. These are all different requirements that you come across in your day-to-day life where you need to use some technical aspects in order to implement this type of requirements. And I'll tell you one more function. So far, everyone clear? So far, we are nowhere in understanding because we are just trying to learn something which is there in the real world. And we are just talking about the functionalities. I did not show you anything technically. Technically, we are nowhere. Functionally, we are trying to understand, okay, what are the different business requirements that we can see in our day-to-day life that we implement in our application development. This is what I'm trying to explain. Okay, everyone clear so far? Are you getting some idea of what I was talking about? Online resources also. Everyone clear? Respond on the charting window, say yes.
Yes, sir.
My video is
Yeah.
running, is not being passed. It is running. Please check from your end, refresh your screen or reload or relogin, reconnect, I'm sorry. And now you see here, I'll tell you one functional requirement. It is easy to imagine, that's why I'm telling you with your imagination. Okay, leaving it for your imagination. See, you have applied for a bank account, okay, through a branch. In the branch, there will be certain process to be followed. Your documents will be reviewed, manager will approve, all that. So step 1 to step 10, all steps are done on the same day. Everything is done. Manager approval, everything is done. Are you going to get your account activated immediately or it will take some time? Generally, I'm talking about. It will take some time. Everything is done, only one thing is pending. What is that? Activation. Everything is done, one thing is pending. What is that? Activation is the only one pending. Remaining document collection, verification, approval from the respective authorities, everything is done. Is that only you are going to apply for bank account in a bank in a day? Like us, there will be n number of people. Imagine in a branch, okay, average on a day 50 accounts are opened. How many branches are there? Many branches are there across the market, right? On an average in a day 1000 users, otherwise 5000 users are registering for new bank account. All of these are processed but pending activation. Mostly you would be receiving an SMS or email maybe after 2 days or 3 days saying that your account is being activated. If you closely observe, these messages will come only off business hours. Off business hours means, let's say for example, morning 9 to evening 6 is business hours. Off the business hours means before 9 o'clock or after evening 6:30 p.m., 7 p.m. like that. Mostly you will get 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock SMS like this, correct? Okay, now, so in order to activate all these accounts, there is a process called batch processing. What is it? What is meant by batch? Means collectively bunch of accounts will be processed in a pool where these will be processed for activation. So there is no human being going to involve in the activation process. System will take all this data and process it and activate it, and that will be scheduled. That will be scheduled means there is a software program that is written. The program has a schedule. Every day midnight 12 o'clock. The program is scheduled for every day midnight 12 o'clock. It will automatically run. It will take all the accounts with status pending activation, process those accounts for activated, and sends an email notification to customer, SMS notification to customer. No human being involved. This is automation of work. We have discussed about the same during demo, right? I'll tell you one more example. Most of you, whoever has an active bank account, you might be receiving an SMS every Saturday morning. Every Saturday morning 7 o'clock like that, you might be receiving an SMS or email from your bank stating that, dear customer, so and so is your bank account balance. Okay, like that HDFC Bank people will be receiving usually. See, across India, how many people will be there with HDFC Bank active account? 10,000, 1 lakh, 10 lakhs. It may be, let's say 1 million customers are there. Is it possible to send an email every Saturday morning 7 o'clock to 1 million customers by logging into a mailbox, composing mail and providing mail IDs? It is impossible. Then how this has to be done? This has to be done. And also one more thing is, this is a repeated task. One more thing is, this is a repeated task. Okay, this would be created as a program to retrieve the emails or phone numbers of active customers and send them an email and SMS on a scheduled time of every day morning 7 a.m. This concept is called background processing or batch processing. It is happening in background without any manual intervention. This type of tasks also you will be getting as business requirements while you are working. Everyone clear? I am trying to tell you different functionalities that you come across while you are learning PEGA. Okay, I'll tell you another example. One more different requirement now. Are you getting bored of these requirements or what? Online resources. I can jump on directly showing you. Is it okay? Everyone clear so far? I just wanted to make sure that you are having that.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Harsha.
We understand.
Okay, thank you. Now I'll tell you another functionality. You may have experienced this. There is a deposit machine. There is a deposit machine like ATM. In the deposit machine, you are going to insert a check, a physical copy of check. Paper check will be there, right? When you insert the paper check will be taken by the machine and it is going to give you a receipt saying that this is the check number. It will be processed in 1 or 2 days. Okay, what is the internal task that will be done? High level I am going to tell you. Whenever you place the check, suppose instead of check, if you place a normal paper, what is going to happen? What is your guess? Exactly. Okay, take a Xerox of the check and place it. What will happen? You think it will not accept. That means there is some verification happening internally or not. So there are some security codes that you cannot read with your eyes, but system can manage to read it. Okay. Whenever you place a check into the machine, a valid check, you might have observed there is some sort of light coming, like flashlight. It scans. The document will, that particular paper will be scanned. High level I'm talking about. When it scans, it will make a copy of what you have put there. It will make a copy of what you have put there. Maybe an image, or maybe an Excel file, or maybe a CSV file. Like that, it will convert PDF file. Something will be scanned. This will be made as some file. Now that is the task, and validated. Validation also will be done. That is the task of the machine. After that, within that machine functionality, there will be another functionality called FTP. What is the meaning of FTP? File transfer protocol. Generally, if you don't know, no problem. Means this file generated will be transferred to another server. Means simply speaking, this file will be placed on hard disk of a server in some folder. The moment file lands here, that there is a software program running, continuously running in the system. The software program will look for the files coming into the folder. Means if this is the folder, where I am going to place different files, hold on, where I am going to place different files, this folder will be monitored by a software program. This folder will be monitored by a, means you created a program which will monitor the folder for incoming files. The moment file lands here, the program will pick the file, opens the file, reads the content of the file, and process the content to verify whether everything is correct. Creditor account, debitor account, sufficient funds are there, any approval needed, all that will be internally processed. Finally, the amount will be credited into creditor account, debited from debitor account. Understand? This is without manual intervention for some small amount of checks for valid customers. Without manual interaction, check has been processed. This type of business requirements you would be implementing in your application development using many different technologies. Well, coming to PEGA also, you will be doing the same, but no coding. So like this, there will be so many functionalities that you come across in your day-to-day life of your application development, where you need to write a lot of programming, a lot of UI design, a lot of database design for all of this by using other technologies. But when you are using PEGA to implement these different requirements or maybe other requirements, you don't need to write even a single line of code. Features are ready-made available. So PEGA rules process command environment is used to create applications with n number of functionalities without the need of writing the code, and the environment already has some predefined functionalities built in already available, which we can make use of it. Ready-made functionalities available. Ready-made functionalities are available. I'll once again show you. Look at here. If I want to send email notification, previously I told, right, after account activation is done, I want to send email, right? So for that, send email notification, there is a functional component called send email notification. You don't need to bother about what is written inside. You should know the name of the functional component that is provided by PEGA. At the appropriate situation in your development, you should start making use of it. I'm asking you to create a screen to register a new customer. After customer registration is successfully done, we have to send him an email notification with customer ID and certain details of the customer. So at that requirement, do you need this particular functional component? Yes or no? You should know that this is available in PEGA. You don't need to write anything. And there are parameters to which email ID we need to pass. Usually applicant email ID. Whatever the email ID given in the form while registration, to that email ID only you have to send. Is this the only place you need this email functionality? Only registration form? After product is purchased also we have to send email. That's a different functionality. There also integratively I need send email notification. Right? Is it clear, everyone following? So many different places you may need some common functionalities. Like this, there are so many common features and functionalities which are needed across n number of different businesses in this world. of different business sectors of different business applications. That type of common functionalities are already been identified by PEGA and made available as built-in components, ready-made components. I shown you attachments, right? We did not create it. You need attachments for vehicle registration process, you need attachments for loan process, and you need attachments for KYC process. Many different applications of different business functionalities, you need attachments. This is very common and natural. So better I create already and put it in my environment and I sell it to you. So you don't need to write the coding from the scratch. Use my functional component. Your task will be done in minute. That is the advantage of PEGA. So many ready-made functionalities are already built in, provided in PRPC system. One should have to focus on learning what are those available. Is it possible to learn everything? It is not possible generally, but as you move on, definitely you'll be able to learn. But one beautiful thing is the functional component names are similar to what your imagination and what is the need. Based on the need, functional component names will be there. You don't know about it exactly, simply type send up to send email, or only type email. Email related will come and show up in this one. You go through the list, definitely you'll be able to find out the nearby. Your tech leads and team leads also will help, but it is very easy. Once you start learning and gaining knowledge, you will get that ideas automatically. Your brain starts thinking in the same direction. Okay, so this is how PEGA rules process commander environment is meant for application development, where it provides ready-made functionalities, and also you can create your own functionalities without the need of writing code. When I say code, HTML, business logic, database, none of these you need to bother about. Understand? Okay, now let's look at the application functionalities. See, whenever you are going to create any business application, you design a transaction model, right? In this world, is there any business application which doesn't have transaction model except social media? Every business application will have a transaction model for sure. Social media also will have a transaction model. Let me tell you, advertising is also one model. Yes or no? On social media, what is their business? Advertising only, they are getting the money, right? You create advertising related stuff and all, it will go step by step, approval, everything. After approved, it will be released to advertise on the platform to the target audience. That is also one transaction model. Okay, like this, in every business application, you are going to have a transaction model designed. We already discussed during the demo class. That's what I told. The demo session, whatever we discussed, we come across with each and every point during our day-to-day development throughout the training program. So here you go now. I'm not going to give you complete details about this technical aspects. Just high level, I am going to tell you. See, the first step in the transaction model is create. Means your transaction will get initiated. After initiated, the first step is run in background. I have given run in background. Maybe I am doing something, a background processing at the very initial stage itself. I told you already what is a background process. What is background process means? Batch processing, all that is background without any manual interaction. I'm trying to process something. After that, I'm collecting the customer information. And in this, I'll show you. A transaction model can be designed like a flow diagram, right? This is a flow diagram. Flow diagram I have represented in a different way called case type. Don't bother about technical terminology at all. You leave it for now, only understand the reality. Okay. So address information and customer information I'll be collecting. I will show you the same now. I'm initiating the transaction model. This is currently being developed. It is in progress. Don't bother about so many technical aspects here. Just to try to understand the high level information. This is a screen which we have created in order to collect the basic details of a customer. You see here on top of the screen, create means the entire transaction path beginning to ending is being shown up here. These are the different steps. What is the use of this one? Okay, you have applied for a loan. You wanted to know what is the current state of your loan. How do you know about it? You have to call the customer care. Instead of that, if they provide a facility where you can log in and click on loan account that is created, if that is going to show the entire path and green color tick mark where currently it is been staying. So you will come to know, suppose if this is the green color tick mark, review options is the green color tick mark, for example, you can understand all this is completed. and review is still going on, and rest of the things still have to be done. You will have a clear picture and clear idea of, not clear, rough idea of how long you may be waiting, something like that. Correct? You don't need to call the bank and all. This type of feature is ready-made available in PEGA, already provided. You design a transaction model based on the steps that you add in the multi-step transaction model. All the steps will be loaded like this in the screen. Everyone clear? So here I am going to enter some information. Here I am going to enter some information like where is date of birth and all. Okay, leave it, no problem. I should have to show that. India. So here if I select India, India related states will be coming. So these are all technical features which we will be learning going forward. Okay. So this is
This
just a
screen
form I
is
am going to show.
predefined.
I'm sorry, what is that?
This screen, whatever you are showing, is it a predefined built-in screen or a customized one, sir?
I'll tell you. See, this screen is being created by me without the need of writing code. Okay, look at here now. See here, the design of the screen. Okay, don't bother about navigations at all. That is not your business today. I will show you the navigation slowly, step by step. Take the screenshots and put it in a document and give you later. So now the conceptual understanding high level. Okay, don't ever focus on navigations at all. Now, in order to design such a screen, all this is UI based programming only, right? PEGA is form based programming model. You don't need to do anything writing code and all. No syntaxes, nothing. So look at here. What is the final outcome? That's what you need to understand. I will drag and drop some of these here. This is how you can design a form. Form appearance you wanted to change. What is being changed now? The alignment of the controls have been changed. There are different options like this. PEGA is all about form based programming model. Instead of creating by myself, PEGA provides so many OOTP functionalities, we can use it. But at the very initial stage of learning, we would be creating everything from the scratch by ourselves. We don't start using PRPC provided functionalities. That is not the right way of learning. Okay, going forward, we will be creating, we will be using. So all the ways, in all directions, we have to learn the PEGA. And I am continuing from here. So once I continue from here, it will go from first screen to second screen. So I am going to show you UI because you can easily understand the UI. First, I am collecting the details from customer. It will not take this much time in the live. Live will be faster. Okay. And at the next level, I am going to ask for the address details of the customer. Okay. What is your door number? I am not entering the exact real data. Test data I am entering. Billing address and shipping address. Did you come across with this type of functionality anytime in your day-to-day life? Many times. I have to enter the shipping address, but my billing address is same as my shipping address is same as billing address. I will select an option. It has to copy and make it read out. Okay, this is just a simple small functionality, which is very much needed in many different business applications. Not only for address. Is this only for address? Maybe some different screen also you need to copy the data from one place into another place, right? So we will technically see how to implement all this going forward. But in order to do these requirements, it is very easy. There is no need to write any coding. I'll come to validations part and all I will explain you. So address screen is done. Transaction screen. I am going to choose some information. Let's say commercial vehicle because I can show you much better things. Agency code. Agency means branch. From which branch you wanted to take insurance or bank account. I'll type 2 letters. Usually this will be accessed by agents of the insurance. Okay, maybe I don't have it. I don't remember what is the data. High Tech City branch. Whenever you enter agency code, automatically branch is being loaded. Automatically branch is being loaded. I change to a different agency, different branch will come. So here it is insurance, right? What is the policy term? I want to take it for 1 year. What is the start date of your policy? Tomorrow onwards. See, tomorrow onwards it begins with a term of 1 year. Policy will start tomorrow. 1 year means after 1 year it will expire or not. So the expiry date is calculated automatically, right? 2022, 2023, because it is 1 year. And 29, one day before on it will expire. I mean like 29th, midnight 12 o'clock it will expire. Okay. And 9th day, 9th month. Suppose if I change the term to 3 years, is that updated expiry date or not? This is one functionality of calculating something. I'll tell you another example. Whenever you add products in the shopping cart, as you keep on add the products, total price will be calculated as an incremented value or decremented value. Is that same as this one or not? Both functionalities looks completely different, but internally, what are you doing? It is more or less same or not? Here you are calculating by dates and term. There you are going by summing the values prices, each individual price to grand total, correct? But overall it is same. This is called declarative processing. Anyhow, technical terms we don't touch now. This type of requirement, see why I am just mentioning two different examples here is, it is not that you are going to learn a copy paste work. That will never work out in anyone's life. If you learn this functionality, you should not feel like the technical aspects are related only to this one. The technical are not the technicals that you are going to learn in order to implement this feature is not only related to this. These technical aspects are same even when you are creating a cart product. Designing a cart, whenever an item is being added into cart, the amount should be added to the grand total. Second item, third item you add, keep on you add, grand total should be incremented. If you change the items to delete the items or decrease the number of items, accordingly grand total should be calculated. This functional feature what you are seeing here, the cart feature what we are talking about, maybe appearance wise and functional wise it may look different, but internally it is same. More or less your development skill should not only be limited working on only one functional requirement. If you are learning a technical aspect with an example of one requirement, you should get the ideas of where else I can use this. Even for a different requirement, same technical aspects are needed. This type of ideas if you are getting, that means you are technical architect. Okay, that is the way to learn any technology, not only PEGA. Many people, they feel like if we are going to learn one project in the training duration, they feel like only these are the requirements that we can implement by using this functionality, because those resources are going to do copy paste work. That will never work out. Understand the core concept of the technical aspects. The same core concept can be used to produce different output results with different behaviors. I'll tell you one example. I am going to give you a plain rice. Using a plain rice, you are going to make biryani, you are going to make a palav, you are going to make lemon rice. Different flavors of outputs. Underlying core components are same. These flavors anyhow you will be learning. That is, you can create your own. That is not there so far. Is it possible or not possible? That is what called as creativity. You come up with your own style, okay, your own trend, that is called as creativity. So the people who are creative are, they have seen the depth of the subject. Okay, so it is not only one business behavioral requirement that you are going to implement by using a technical aspect. Same technical aspect can produce two different behaviors. That is possible. Okay, so that's how we need to focus on learning the technology to the in-depth level. Okay, where you need to really understand the purpose of the technical aspect. One business requirement that you are going to do is one approach of applying it. How do I apply the technical aspect that I had learned? The subject, I'll be learning the subject. The subject should have an application, right? If you do not apply the subject anywhere in this real world, is there any use of that subject? There is no use. The same subject you apply to produce result 1, the same subject you apply to produce result 2. Two different results, subject is same. I can make use of an engine to drive the water from a well. The same engine can be the revolving engine can be used maybe to turn a fan, a big fan. There is a fan that has to rotate like this. Can I use the same engine which has this rotation? I can make use of this one. I developed it for one purpose. It is being useful another. It is producing also another behavior. But underlying technology in developing that is same. The internal development is same. Okay. So this is what about learning prospects. So you have to look at the technology as a generic component which can have different forms of outcomes. Okay. And here you go now. Okay, I have applied something while I was teaching. Just hold on. Give me a minute. I'll proceed forward from here. Don't focus on all of these navigations. Okay, so here you go now. See, this is the next screen where it is asking you to enter the details of a vehicle. It is asking you to enter the details of a vehicle. So VIN number, manufacturing year, like this, some vehicle identification number, which company has manufactured it, like this. Insurance agents will be usually doing this. Suppose here I can manually add. Here I can manually add. Instead of this add, I have add icon here also. I can add like this one or more. I can delete like this also. This is manual process. I told you an example for this. There is a way you can upload an Excel file. Click on browse and then take the Excel file if you have. I have taken Excel. I'll show you the Excel file. Okay, this will have the data. I'll show you. This will have some data, not this Excel. It is getting open. This has some data. Okay, so I can take some Excel file and click on open and then upload the Excel file. So once I click on upload the Excel file, data should get uploaded. Now your task is being done faster than manual entry or not? Here it is only 4 vehicles. But in inventory management system, thousands of products you may have to upload at a time, right? So that time it is going to help a lot. If I want to create 1000 customer accounts at a time, I have been provided with an Excel document. I want to register all the customers at a time. It will not take more than 2 minutes. If I have to manually do, it will take a lot of time, right? So like this, we are going to work on the functionalities related to uploading the Excel, displaying the data in UI, and storing into backend. All this, it is front end. I am just displaying you because you can easily understand. Okay, but in the backend there is a lot of things are being done for this. That is also without the need of coding. And attach documents of your vehicle. Click on attach document. There is a pop-up coming. Select files, and you select some files which you would like to attach. Let's say I go to documents, file 1, file 2, file 3, file 4. 4 files I have selected. Now you'll be getting a screen. Okay, the files that you have selected, okay, but what are these file categories? What are the types? One is driving license, and another one is, let's say, PAN card. Another one is previous insurance document, and the fourth one is RC book. If you want to add more, you can add attached. After I attach these documents, see what is the attachment date and time, who has attached it, what is the name of the attached file, and what is its type of the document. All this I have displayed, I have stored in the backend also. To see the screen, it looks like it's a big program. To understand this, whatever the attachments functionality, it will take around 1 hour 15 minutes. 1 hour 15 minutes. But to work on this requirement practically to implement, it will not take more than 10 minutes. Why? Because this is all predefined feature. I did not even create first screen. I told you, right? At least I did a drag and drop to do it. But to do this screen, I did not do even any drag and drop. Everything is predefined feature in PEGA. If you want to do this, it will not take more than 5 minutes to implement. Same functionality if you want to implement by using .NET, Java, Scratch from the beginning, then it may take even 3 to 4 days or maybe 2 weeks to 3 weeks also. Depends on the way you implement it. It's not so simple as it is looking outside. But it is simple in PEGA because you are not needed to create it. You just need to know the names of the components which you have to use for this attachment screen. You appropriately include those components into UI. On click of a button, I need a pop-up window. This will have a name. That name you should know. On click of select files, that will have feature of exploring the folders in Windows, and you will be attaching here, and you will be choosing the respective categories of the file, and you will be proceeding forward accordingly. And then you are going to display it to the customers, submit, and later point of time, if they wanted to delete it, they can delete it and all. There is a way you can restrict the people not deleting. I'll tell you an example. There is a person called agent, insurance agent. He uploaded the documents. It went for the review to manager. I want manager to see the documents, but I don't want manager to delete it. The delete option should be available for agent because he is in direct contact with customer. He knows everything, what to attach, what to remove. Manager should only review. If deletion is required, he has to tell the agent, please delete that. That is not required further. So access controlling also will be there. Access controlling also will be available built in. We will be learning those things later in our application development. So I'm not talking about the overall project sets and functional features. I'm talking about individual functionality as of now. So like this, you would be developing each individual functionality like this and proceeding to work on creating your transaction model. Okay, this is just a review screen, and it went to approval for the manager. It went to, sorry, it is coverages screen. What is this screen? Insurance coverages. See here, there are different coverages loaded. See, all these coverages that are loaded here are dynamic, meaning that I will show you. Data types, just give me a minute. Anywhere you see coverages? These coverages are defined in the backend table. This table is created by me, but I did not write any queries. It is form-based programming. All these coverages that are being available here, I am loading their coverage names into the UI dynamically. Means while the screen is loading, it will retrieve from table and load it here. I can select one or more. We can implement an option of select all like that also. If you want to know about any coverage, you mouse over onto the coverage. Is it producing the results to display the description? You can add even an image also. If you want to add image also, you can add, but it will not be good. We'll be learning about images also, no worries. How to embed the images into UI, all that. So when I mouse over onto this, it is displaying some description information. The moment I mouse over, what is happening? It is going to the table, related coverage description. It is retrieving and showing in a hover window. Understand? So for that also, you don't need to write any coding and all. So like this, you can implement different functionalities. But while you are learning a project, learn it to understand the technical aspects in a generic way. Not only related to, do not look at it as only for that requirement. Make it generic and generalize your understanding. Then you will be able to learn any technology to its best. Manager can either approve or reject. Manager can either approve or reject. Suppose you see here, if manager is going to reject, here is the approval part. If he rejects, what is happening? It will go to another place. This is the place, approval, rejection. What is happening at the rejection part? Send email. Similarly, at approval also you can send email, no problem. An email will be sent to the customer saying that, okay, your policy has been rejected for so and so reason. You may reapply or contact your agent, something like that. So let me go ahead now and let's say I'm going to reject it. So I have rejected done. Now there is a possibility that the customer will be receiving an email. Where is the email ID provided? In the first screen, email ID provided, right? Some email ID. Okay. In the home version, it may take a little while, but enterprise, it will be done faster. This is a different one, not the one which I am expecting. What is the email ID I have entered in the first screen? I don't remember. Yes, this is the one. Is that the policy number? Look at here. There is a number that is getting generated with today's date and second one, right? Is that the policy number generated? That is called your policy ID. With that ID, your case has been rejected. This is case information. I did not make it so clear, but you can design it to have in a better way. All this information customer has submitted, I am just giving him for the review in an email body, and an email has been sent. So you remember we discussed about email functionality at the very beginning. That component is being used in this requirement. That component is being used in this requirement to send email notification. I have shown you very limited to the high level. In the background, there are so many other functionalities which we would be working on. For all of these, you don't have to bother about any coding. See, I'll tell you one thing. I do not want it to give you any impression like it is very easy. I do not want it to make you afraid of learning it, saying it is difficult. It is not easy. It is not difficult. See, it is all about the mindset of a person. I'll tell you one thing. You come here with a pretty much plain mind. You don't know anything. It is not easy or it is not difficult. Okay. A neutral state of mind. Only one thing that you have to focus on is, I want to learn today's subject and apply it with a requirement. And I want to think about where else I can apply this requirement in day-to-day applications that I am coming across in my day-to-day life. What are those? Phone Pay, Google Pay, travel ticket booking application, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. These are all applications. When you are accessing, you might have seen so many different functionalities, right? You have seen or not? Amazon application, Flipkart. Okay. So Amazon, you have learned about creating customer details form, capturing the data from the customer. Is that the same registration form used in Amazon? When you look at it, you should get the idea. Okay, I can do it in PEGA like this. Okay, you understand what I'm saying? Your knowledge, I'm saying that your knowledge, application of your knowledge should be limitless. It should be limitless. You should have an extensive thinking of everything, whatever you see in your day-to-day life. As you're learning PEGA, how can I do it in PEGA? This is how your mind should start thinking about. Then you will be learning best out of best in the technology. Any technology, it is not only applicable for PEGA. Any technology you're learning, day-to-day life, whatever you see, you start thinking about it, you'll be learning better. I'll tell you an example. So I have a daughter, 5 years old. She's studying in a school. She started learning alphabets, reading that words and all. That is what being taught in the school. Whenever I take her to any shop, I went to a computer shop, let's say. The moment we are staying there, she started reading about the shop name. Anywhere, wherever I take, movie theater, shopping mall, she started reading everything. Means whatever she is learning in the class, she's trying to apply everywhere. We used to have this type of behavior when we were kids. That's why we remember all those things till today. This is the way to learn. That is what the kids are teaching us. So it is not that it is only limited to the classroom. It is not that it is only limited to what you are learning in the classroom. Not only limited to this application, what you are learning. You apply it everywhere, whatever you see. Your mind should start thinking about how can I do this in PEGA. If this is the way you start thinking about it, that means you are enjoying the subject. That means you have a lot of enthusiasm and passion towards learning the subject. It revolves in your mind wherever you go. Okay. Automatically, you will shine up like anything. If you feel like you are an average student, you are a below average student. But after you get this type of practice, you cannot even believe yourself. You will shine up like anything. Okay. All of us are just diamonds, raw diamonds, which are existing in this world. The way how we shine up ourselves, the way how you will be shine up by your master, both makes you to have a great value in your life. Okay, it is the diamond that should support while cutting by its structure, and it is the talent of the person who is going to take care of it. So being a master, it's my duty. I'll make sure to give you the best. Being a student, it is your duty. You have to do everything on time and in a proper way, properly utilizing the time in a day without wasting on social media and some nonsense things. You go to social media, no problem. Access for about PEGA because that is your next level goal. Don't go for your friends' photos and comment super nice, nothing. This is senseless job people are doing. Once in a while, okay. Every day, same task. Wherever you go, you take a photo and upload into. Enjoying the place is different thing. They are leaving it. So why we lag in our life? Because of so many reasons are there like this. I'll tell you one day. Don't worry. Okay. So make sure that you are going to take this particular program as your next level of career. If you take it like a do or die situation, I have only this to do. I must be doing it. Set your mind neutral. Okay, don't go with so much of expectation. Don't imagine entire future now itself. Okay, pretty much plain neutral mind. You start with your focus should be only on I want to learn today's. That's it. To its best, applying it everywhere in my day-to-day life. Then you will be learning the best out of best in any technology. Okay, so this is what I want to tell you for today. You understand, right? So the project that we are going to work on is insurance project. Okay, you will be learning this, and there is a post to training program as well. It's not that after 3.5 months you say bye, hi, bye bye. After 3.5 months of course, for those resources who are going to really perform better in this training program by giving mock interviews, regular mock interviews once in 2 weeks you have to give. I'll tell you the process. If you prove yourself that you are learning properly, after 3.5 months, we will add you for next 1.5 months into another program where we'll make sure that you'll be shined up better to crack any interview. Because anyhow, you are taking 1 month more to apply for interviews, crack interviews and all. That time also, we'll make sure that you will be molded in a better way. And suppose by 3.5 months, if anyone due to some reasons, if they are not able to be up to the mark, no problem. You take 1 more month, 1.5 more month, become perfect, give us mock interview. We will add you that time into the post training program to make sure you will be able to crack interviews and all immediately. Okay, so be always in touch till you get the job. That's the point. Okay, so that's it from my end for today. It is 8:59. 8 o'clock on dot we have started, and 9 o'clock we will wind up for today. Few doubts in PEGA can handle batch processing. It can handle batch processing. In this course, can we discuss about PEGA architecture, how PEGA and engine works? That is what. And I told you this. I was asking you a question that you have to answer, but I did not come back to you. What, as a student, what is your expectation while you are learning? That is the last question in the document of FAQ, correct? I'll tell you later because time is not there. You will be learning the PEGA not only to the transaction model and design model. This is a practice to learn PEGA to understand its core engine level. That is the way to learn PEGA. 99.9% of the people, they don't know how to learn. That's the biggest problem. Everyone feels like learning a project is learning, like creating screens, processing, getting output result is not only, that is just a 40%. 60% is understand this tool design. That is what important. This is what your expectation should be while you are learning. Because you don't know, you don't have that expectation. I know all of your expectation is job. You'll be getting that automatically when you have learn it to the best. Okay. So one more final thing I want to tell you, just 2 more minutes or 3 more minutes I'll be taking. There is no class tomorrow and day after tomorrow, that you are aware of. Monday to Friday, India time classes will be there. Other country resources, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, Saturday, Sunday, there is no class. Okay. And what you have to do is, if you have already done it, okay. But please download PEGA software, finish your installation process tomorrow itself. Please don't wait till Sunday also. Okay. I may not be available on Sunday for sure. This Sunday especially I will not be available. Okay. And one more thing is, Wednesday again is holiday. Wednesday on the occasion of Dasara, we have holiday. So Monday, Tuesday you will be attending. Wednesday again holiday. Thursday onwards you will proceed. Any festival day only will be holiday. Don't request me for 2 days or 3 days holidays. This is not a school. Festival season started, right? So for your batches, the impact will be festival day will be holiday. So there are many batches so far, they did not even get one holiday. Unless if I take a leave by myself. Okay. So because you will be losing interest if you are absent for 3 days. Anyhow, in a week, 2 days is pretty much fair enough to relax, and to review 1 day, to relax another day. Fair enough. 1 week, whatever you do, revise it within 2 hours on Saturday. Enjoy your Saturday, Sunday, rest of the time. But every day you fully focus on practice. Okay, everyone here? I'll be teaching everything that is needed. Don't worry about a specific functionality which I have not shown you. Everything I'll be teaching. There are so many things which I did not show here. Okay, so we will continue tomorrow. All of you will be receiving the account details where you need to transfer the money and all. So you can pay your fees as per the provided details to you. Proceed and complete during the weekend. We will give you 1 or 2 more days also. But don't wait. You are decided to join, pay today. What is there? Anyhow, pay on Sunday. Otherwise, but pay today itself and make it clear, because some people will come back and say that I have KYC issue. I sent money, but it got stuck in PhonePe, Google Pay. Usually, we don't bother about all these things. It has to be done on time. That's it. You are being given enough time. At the time of joining itself, you should have all the calculation being done. Okay, I will join, attend 2 days or 3 days, then I start paying and all. 1 day also, mostly same meeting link will be there. We will notify you. Classroom, you come to classroom. Okay, for sure. Okay, and
Hi,
all the
Harsha.
details you will be receiving. Even though you are, today is the first day where you have started your session, proceed with the process. What is being defined, we will share you the old videos. And give me a phone call if you want to talk to me. Give me a phone call after some time. Sunil, give me a phone call at 10:30 a.m. in the morning. I'll talk to you, Sunil. Okay.
Thank you, Harsha. Okay.
I'm going to close the meeting.